Everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we're going over the markets, looking at the Bitcoin chart as well. Where's it going to go from here? It's struggling to get up to that 9,000. So where's it going to go from here? And is this a good kind of pullback? And we'll talk about that, and we'll look at a couple of news stories and look at the charts you want to look at as well. First of all, just make sure we are live and everything is okay. A bit bright in here this morning. Right, sound looks okay. I'm just going to dive over there. That looks okay. Right, we've got a couple of people in just now. Pop out chat, about the chat area. Okay, everything looks good, so just dive over to the chat area just now. And if you're watching just now, let me know that you're here and watching just by leaving a comment. Just if you don't know what to say, just let me know where you are in the world just now. Right, okay, we have Dennis van der Hayden is in the house. Welcome to you. Can you take a look at the DAG chart today? I will do. Yes, I will do. Chris Camus is in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you back. Goddy Boy is back with us. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, Jimbo is in the house, one of our Brown admins, and got his own channel, and obviously over in Altcoin Buzz as well, doing really well. Kundalini 2222 is in the house. Morning from windy Glasgow. Yeah, it's not too nice this morning. Just looking out the window again. iExec making a nice little move up. Yes, it is indeed. That's one of the ones I called the other day. I think is up 10-12% already. But I think it's going to get up to the 10,000 level. Mervyn Skidmore is in. Stephen King is in the house. Don Matthew is in as well. Good to see you here. Right, before I forget, because I probably will forget, so I'm just going to dive over and look at the DAG chart. Before I do anything else, I'm just going to look at this DAG chart, because I know I will kind of forget. So BTC, Constellation, look at CoinMarketCap. So this is DAG. I've been talking about DAG as well for a while, and I'm not in it. Well, I've got a tiny bit, so not that much is going to make a big difference. But it's 118 just now. It doesn't look great on the daily. So this might not be a good entry point, but we could see it rise from here. But at the moment, just to let you know, is possibly not a good entry point. However, is a good accumulation point. I think this is a big one for the future, DAG. But at the moment, it doesn't seem to be a good entry point. I would say the kind of bottom here is going to be 108 Satoshi, and it could go down further. So if you're looking to get into DAG, I'd kind of possibly wait, look at the 4 hour, even possibly the hour. Yeah, even possibly the hour. When the 70 EMA crosses over the 50 EMA, that's when to look at it possibly. On the hour or the 4 hourly, probably that would be a better bet to do that. So DAG is still a big one for the future. Okay, had to get that one out of the way because I knew I would forget, so that's just for you, Dennis. Okay, we'll go to the markets, see what's happening in the marketplace just now. When I got up this morning, about 5:30 this morning, we were sitting around $240 billion, $241 billion. We're now down to $236 billion market cap overall. Not a bad thing. I mean, it's way up from where we've been. You've seen yesterday we're down to about 180 billion, so climbed about 30% since then. Bitcoin dominance at 66.7, coming up slightly just now. Who's the winners and losers? We have Ogre is up 53.14%. Decentralized Mana, Bitcoin Diamond still doing its thing. Kyber Network is doing well. iExec RLC is up 11%. Komodo is up 10%. So about 5 in double-digit greens, or 6 in double-digit green. Who's in the red? Bitcoin SV, we kind of expected a big pullback from that. Synthetics Network down 9.8%. Centrality 8. Zcoin down 8 as well. A lot of these have had run-ups, though Eternity Hypercash had a run-up as well. Excuse me. And we have percentage-wise quite a lot in the red. Actually, we've got about 70% in the red, 30% in the green. We'll look at the gainers and losers over the last 24 hours. GameStars, we've seen at the top of the list a couple of times now. GameStars. GameStar's 117% over the week, so it's just up and down. I think that's maybe what it is. Acute Angle Cloud is up 171% on 1.4 million volume. Never heard of it. Evido, never heard of that, up 103% on 199,000 volume. Peer Plays is up 57%. Olga, we're seeing 53%. Openity is up 44%. Master Contract Token is up 36%. So just a couple kind of worth talking about there. And that one, GameStars, haven't really looked at. We don't know the market cap or anything. So I don't really know about it, but we'll have a look at it. This is why we look at the gainers and losers, just to see what they're all about. GameStars token is successfully completed, yada yada, yep. Blockchain platform for esports. Esports could be big in 2020 as well as gaming. I see it on the same kind of platform as gaming as well. So GameStars might be good. I've never looked at it though, but it could be good. Partners, Yobit, Flux, Wex, Zed Union. So it might be worth looking into, and depending on what the market cap is. We just dive back, see if anybody else has joined us. Mitch Dieter, Marcus Jafari is in the house. Steve, take a look at KNC, please. Will do. I like that one for the DeFi space. Don Matthew, thanks to you, Steve. I pulled the trigger on DAG yesterday. Price was down. Excellent. Kundalini, love Kyber. I think it's going to do well. Kyber Network. Axel, good morning to you. 240 billion market cap seems like a pivot point for alts. Was the same 2018. We'll take a wee look at that actually. Kundalini, I'm in the early stages starting up a blockchain project here in Glasgow. Oh, excellent. I'd like to talk to you about that. That'd be quite good to know what you're up to there. Dennis van der Hayden, what do you think happened with Insular? I think Insular, they just kind of screwed over their kind of investors. I think that's what's happened. A lot of people are pissed off with Insular, and I had high hopes for Insular as well for the future. But they've done a token swap and they've just kind of totally screwed them over. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but such a shame. They just totally read the market wrong. It was just kind of pissed me off, to be honest, because I really did have high hopes for Insular, and they've just I think they buggered it now. They've scuppered the chances because they've done everybody over with the swap, and a lot pissed off people out there. Crypto Dread is in the house this morning as well. Welcome to you. I want to add more DAG. Do you think it's best to wait a bit to let the price fall? Do you think with the token swap to mainnet on the 27th of the month, prices will go up? Possibly, Donny, but I would wait to just wait and see. It could go down further for DAG as well. So yeah, it's just a case of waiting. It's gone down just now, so I think it might go down a wee bit more. But still a good accumulation zone, so we just need to wait and see what happens after the swap as well. Derek Holroyd is in the house. Morning, Steve. Do you ever use TradingView's Signal Finder? If so, what's your suggested setup? I don't use it. I don't use it because I can quickly go through, when I'm using TradingView, I can quickly go through maybe 150, 200 charts every morning and just flick through them very quickly. And that's what I like about TradingView as well. That you can do it quickly because it's already preloaded as well, so it's quite good from that point of view, but I don't use the setup. Okay, we'll go to Crypto Bubbles and have a look at what's happening over the last 24 hours. Satoshi Wise, we have Rep Ogre is up 54%, we've seen that. This is just to look at the big kind of macro scale, so we're kind of predominantly in the red there in Satoshi value. USD, probably around about the same, yeah, around about the same. Okay, what's going to be happening soon? In USD terms, we are predominantly in the green, so we're going up a wee bit there. Satoshi, around about the same, so that means kind of Bitcoin price is stabilizing. Digitex has gone up 4.5%. If you don't know about Digitex, they're having a trading competition to kickstart, hopefully, the kind of release of the new exchange. So they're having a trading competition starting tomorrow. I think that'd be good to get into. If you don't know about that, I'd head over to Digitex and find out more about that. I've not got a link for it. If you're in our group, the free group or the premium group, Kukla has kind of sent over a link for you as well. So just check out Kukla's post and you'll be able to see that link in there as well. But I think they could do really well. Digitex, if they get the exchange right, they could do extremely well. Komodo, RLC is up, Dash is up again, still doing well, Dash. So it's went up, I think, 120% now. This is the calls I've made. I made the call for Dash on the 11th of January, which is a Saturday, I think, and it's went up 120% at its top since there, and only a drawdown of 0.85%, which is good. RLC is up 13% since I called it. Might go up, probably will go up further than that. So I'm expecting maybe a 50% from RLC as well, unless Bitcoin takes a big dive. What else is up? Tron was up 14% since I called it as well. I've not made any calls this morning. XMR is up 6.5%. I expect that to go up quite a bit as well, although I think it's coming down at the moment. And what was the other ones? Beam kind of went up 10% before coming down. So 13.95% average. I'll be opening up the premium group. If you want to join the premium group, I'll be opening up the premium group in possibly a couple of weeks' time. And I'll be opening it up for 1 week and 1 week only. And that'll be until for another couple of months. We'll be doing that. So if you want to join the premium group, just leave a comment down below. If you want to join the premium group, just so I know there's kind of interest there. And I'll be opening that up in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, we'll dive to Fear and Greed Index. We're now at 55. So we're kind of middle of the road. 55 is just on the cusp of greed and just kind of neutral. So we're on the cusp there of being neutral, kind of. We're not being fearful, not being greedy. It just gives us a kind of a macro look at how the market is kind of perceiving Bitcoin and the big, large cryptocurrencies as well. Go to the TAI. Bitcoin's daily sentiment is down to 53.31. So middle of the road. A lot of people are just saying, well, it could go down, it could go up. Just don't know, so they're kind of waiting just now. Ethereum is up 61.52. I do expect Ethereum to go up as well. Litecoin 54.81, back to the middle. Monero is 57.33. As I said, I expect that to go up. Bitcoin SV 68.09. Bitcoin Cash 57. Binance Coin is 43.22. Expected that to do a bit better, to be honest. Okay, just look at daily individual ones before we go into chart. Mana looking good, up 13% already, with a daily sentiment of 89. Metal is going up, that's up 24% as well. Nano is down, but daily sentiment is high, and relative trading volume is 175%, so that might be one to look at. And same with basic attention token, same with T-Fuel as well. iExec, that's high up on sentiment, and it's doing well, 6,400 Satoshi just now. Any outliers there? Electronium is up 72.41 daily sentiment, 200% relative trading volumes, up 6.54%. And Ogre is still moving up 60% already. Okay, we'll look at Binance. Let's see what Binance are doing. I was looking at XRP before. We'll take a look at the XRP charts in a second. Okay, so Ogre's still topping the charts there. Metal, we've seen just 24% up. Waltonchain, we were talking about this yesterday. Waltonchain, and saying this could jump back up because it is a quality and it'd be a good time to look at buying Waltonchain. And it's up 14% since we spoke about it yesterday, so that's doing well. I don't know what the high is, 540, and it was at 599, so it jumped up about 25% before coming back down, so we could see that going back up as well. And you can see it's at the very bottom here, but as I said, quality company, yeah, about 43% from its lows yesterday, and coming back down, but we could see a big jump for Waltonchain as well. But that's on the weekly. We'll look on the daily actually. It takes ages for the Binance charts to load now. I don't know why that is. So we're coming up for a crossover on the daily, and we've never really had a crossover. Yeah, I've never really had a crossover for Waltonchain, so this could signal kind of good things to come for Waltonchain, or people just bottom feeding. It doesn't sound too good that, but you know what I mean. Bitcoin Diamond still doing its thing. KNC looking good. We'll look at the charts later on. for Jimbo and a couple of others. But I like ANC for in the DeFi space, could do really, really well. But we'll look at the kind of technical of that as well. Okay, Kucoin, we'll jump over to Kucoin as well. HKN, 1 second, we'll just do the Kucoin Plus first. Dash still going up, doing well, still up 8.12%. Ethereum Classic, still loving the look of that as well, and it's going up just now. Might see a pullback for that as well. KCS, what is that doing? That's doing okay, up 2%. And that's a Kucoin token. HKN, so I think that's flagged for possibly removal on Kucoin. Looks like it's flagged there. IoTech's up 16%, WTC up 14%, we just looked at that. MAP 13%, Mana is up 13%, Bitcoin Diamond and OPQ is up 12% as well. So nothing really. How's BAX doing? And just have a look at BAX. I know still a lot of people are into BAX just now, so take a look at it. 3.5 Satoshi just now. So it's starting to climb there. You can see a bit of a... can you see that? I'll do that here. Probably down there. Probably go here. Yeah, it's round about there. So a bit of a triangle kind of forming there for BAX. So it's at a kind of juncture just now. So it's at that support line just now. If it breaks down below that, we're going kind of down further for BAX. But you can see clearly we've got a symmetrical triangle there. It kind of hit that. It's hit that point a couple of times. So that's one to look out for on BAX if you're into BAX just now. Any others? We'll look at DAG as well. We've just looked at DAG, but we'll look on the Kucoin and see what it's doing from there. $118 still just now. I think some people might be waiting to see what happens after the swap. We need to wait and see kind of what happens with that and then kind of take it from there. But it looks good to me and could be big for the future, and I think it's under 10 million just now. Market capitalization I'm talking about, 10.2 million for DAG. So if it's as big as I think it could be, we're talking easily 10x, and I mean easily 10x up to 100 million. So that's Kucoin. We'll just jump back, and INS, the swap will be 1 INS to 10 XNS. Yeah, I just think, hopefully it does come back up. Hopefully, what's it done to, we'll just look at the price here actually. The INS, yeah, 28%. I've just taken ages for those charts to hold on Binance. Yeah, 28% down for that big time, so it went down even lower than that as well. So I think they probably still will recover. I just think they pissed a lot of investors out, or pissed them off. Kundalini Dash Masternode now 100k. Yeah, Dash Masternode, that would have been brilliant to have a Dash Masternode at the very beginning if we jumped on Dash Masternode. But now, yeah, big time it was. I think you could have got one for about 50,000 the other day, but now, as you say, it's 100k. Martin Gekir, I am in Netherlands. Excellent. Good to see you here, Martin. Gary Permenter, just uploaded my second Rock Crypto Dash video, Steve. This time Bolt is in the spotlight. Excellent. So if you've not checked out Gary Permenter's videos, click on his name there just now. I always like to kind of promote people that are kind of in this CYT crypto circle, and anybody that's doing well. We've got a couple of people, Jimbo, we've got doing well. We've got Honest Crypto Journey as well, and Gary Permenter is now doing videos as well. Seen your first one? I thought that was the only one you're going to make. Gary, but if you made another one, brilliant. Just keep on going with it. Whatever you feel, just keep on going with it. I encourage anybody to do that. Kundalini, have a look at Algorand, mate, for long term. Yep, we'll do it. G-Slick, hi all. Josh B is in the house. Such a beautiful scenery behind you. Yeah, that's my kind of view from the office. The old kind of tenement in the West End. Love it here in the West End. Just a brilliant place to kind of stay. Loving the fact that I moved into the city as well. We have G-Slick is kind of usual. You've got DGB in there. Good, we'll look at that later. One Southside player, Crypto, hi all. Good morning to you. I haven't seen you here before, so welcome to the channel. ETH1 is back with us. G-Slick new. To look at that, Gino Dow. Hi everyone. Hi Steve. Hi to you, Gino, and Christian Paulo Castillo. Hello from the Philippines. Good to see you here. I don't think I've seen you here before as well, so welcome to the channel. Okay, we'll look at Bitcoin and then we'll look at a couple of news stories. So, we're not at a critical juncture for Bitcoin just now, but we are at an important juncture for BTC. So we've got this downward channel. You can see this in purple. I'm just going to keep it there because we've been in that channel since the end of June, beginning of July. So we've been in that for several months now. We've got this long-term macro support line here. We'll just zoom out for you to see that. I'm going to go into the weekly. So anybody new here, if they've not seen this, these orange lines down here, the vertical lines, are the 4-year cycle that Bob Lucas kind of talks about. He spoke about on his channel as well. Talks about all the time. But I think it's holding true just now. So, and this is the macro support line that Bitcoin has been adhering to for the last 7 years. It's never really went below this line. It's kind of dipped below it, or it's wicked below it, but it's never stayed below it for any more than 2 days. So for the last 7 years, that line, support line, has held true. So this is the kind of main support line I'm going to be paying attention to in the future, now and in the future, to be honest. And it makes our kind of technical analysis a lot easier as well. Now with the weekly as well, I showed you this yesterday and it's kind of stayed true. I'm going to go to here and we can see this has now officially crossed over. We've now officially crossed over. It looked as if it was going to cross over yesterday. It did kind of cross over, but we can see it's kind of moving up a wee bit. Then it's crossed over here. You can see just a green tail here, but it kind of needs to stay here until the end of the week, until it really is kind of got a crossover, and then the next candle forms. But even if we form a wee bit lower here, it'll still be a crossover on a weekly, so that's extremely bullish. And the fact that we're breaking out of this descending channel is still extremely bullish as well on a weekly, so we've got to pay attention to that. These candles here, they're not really candles, and this is just a projection of what could happen in the future based on what happened from 2015 to 2017. So again, if you've never seen this, this is what I'm expecting or kind of hoping is going to happen. So we're going to go here and here, and then I'll bring down the auto. So this is what I think might happen with Bitcoin. It'll kind of push up to about 13,000, come back down to hit the support line again at 11,000, come back up, hit the 19,000, doesn't quite break the full kind of 20,000 yet, and then it'll kind of break up and break past the 20,000 with ease up to 25,000. So this is just based on history of 2015 to 2017, but I do like the support line. If it broke below that, then I'd be worried for Bitcoin, but it's not broken below that for 7 years yet. It's wicked below it, as you can see here, but it's not broken below it. So that's on a weekly. So just now, if we're talking about the micro kind of view, hopefully we're going to be using this upper kind of trend line here, or the descending channel is going to be used for support. So we could effectively kind of still go down to 8,400 and still be okay, and a pullback to 8,400 would be quite healthy because we've had a big massive rise up. If we look at it, we've had a 38% increase since 18th of December, on the low point of 18th of December, which was kind of breaking this line here that I'm talking about, the support line. But if we kind of look at even more recently, it's still a 30% jump, which is fantastic. And that's at the beginning of the year, a 30% jump. So it's doing amazing just now. So a pullback is expected here, and we kind of want a pullback just for healthy, for it to remain healthy as well. Now I'm going to put in the volume here as well. You can see the volume. In fact, I'm going to put in take out the volume, put the VPVR. So it depends on what you do here. Right. So we've got support here, strong support at this kind of area here, at this support line here, probably around about the 8,342 level. We've got strong support there. But if we're to move up, we've got kind of no man's land round about here, up to round about 9,000 or 9,100. So that is a place we're probably going to break down. I would imagine this is going to be the scenario. We're going to come down, probably test the 8,400 level, and then bounce back up from there and go up to this 9,100, 9,200 level. If we're looking at the VPVR, we can see there's no man's land here, which indicates that the price could move up quite quickly because there's not been any volume traded in the past at these levels. But these levels here kind of tell you the levels that have been traded with volume. But we could see 9,100 or 9,200, and I think that is going to happen. But if we fall below and we break back into this channel, it wouldn't be such a good thing, and we could even go down to 7,200. I don't expect that to happen. There's more bullish indicators than there are bearish, but we have to kind of look at two sides for this as well. It's not all bullish. It's not all bull. It might be all bull, but it's not all bullish. So we have to look at the kind of downsides as well. But there's more bullish signals than there are bearish signals for me just now. If you're a bear, you'll find more bearish signals. If you're a bull, you're going to find more bullish signals. I'm not a perma bull, but I am predominantly a bull when it comes to Bitcoin. But I do look at the other side, the bearish side as well, and I have to look for bearish indicators there. And there's a few. There are a few, but not at the moment, not that many. It's looking more bullish than bearish. So it'd be good to get your thoughts on that as well. Just dive back to chat. Komodo, a bad do, understatement, insular, just daylight robbery, everyone. Please don't shout out that a scam. No, I wouldn't kind of say that. I just think they've played it totally wrong. Insular, what they've done is they've just read the kind of market, the situation, the people, the investors have just read it totally wrong, got it wrong, and they've buggered up big time. Gino Dow, Ta on Monero. TA, sorry, Ta. I thought you were saying thanks. TA on Monero, I'll look at that as well. In fact, I'll do that before the news. So KNC, we'll look at KNC. And I'm going to look at the indicators I'm kind of looking at as well. I've got a few other indicators that I use as well. But we'll look at this and look at KNC. KNC BTC. Okay. So I still got it here. Thursday the 7th of November, a possible break above 1900 using a new strategy. So I started a new strategy that I was using to make calls, and it worked out really well for Kyber Network. Called it 1909. It's now up about 50% from there, probably more than 50% from there. So I'll just get rid of that. So Kyber Network, this is on the daily. These are the MACD, the RSI, the volume, and a couple of other indicators that I use as well that I'm not shown here, are used on different timescales. So I don't show the timescales for all of them, but they're all used on different timescales that I've found the best parameters to use to look at and to make some calls as well. So we're looking at the MACD, looks good. Here we've got crossover on the daily, which is good, the 7 and the 50 EMA. And the RSI looks good on that 58. So it looks as if we're in for a kind of big surge here for KNC. A lot of people are talking about it. I would imagine the daily sentiment score would be really high on this as well. The only thing I'm concerned about here would be the volume. Volume is starting to pick up over the last couple of days, but I'd be more concerned with the volume. But it still looks good for a bounce here. And we can see here, if we put in the fib retracement levels, and we're going to do it from the crossover. So we're bouncing off the 78.6 level here. Yeah, if you look at the fib retracement at 2,421, we've bounced off that already up to 2,900. So we could see this going back up again. I'll just get rid of this. And what kind of likely scenario have we got here? Probably, I would imagine, I still love this kind of cup and handle formation. So a kind of play back up to around about 3,700 looks likely, then coming back down and then going higher from there. And where's the next? So fundamentals here, we'll do the fundamentals first. Put in your kind of recent support lines. So you've got support here at 2,436. What's your next resistance line? That's the next question to ask yourself. Next resistance or major resistance is going to be 3,526. So expect it to get up to there at least. So we could go up to here and get that cup and handle formation up to 3,800, say. What's the next level up from there that you could possibly reach? So we're talking about support and previous supports and resistances. Probably 5,000. Around about the 5,000 level. So KNC could potentially get up to that level, and it's still not huge compared to where it's been. You've been up to 37,000. So I don't think it's going to take much for it to get up to the 5,000 level for KNC. I think it's a really good play from here. And where are we just now? Just look at the increase that would give. So a possible 70% over the next, I'd say over the next couple of months. But short term, we could go up to 3,000, I'd say at least 3,500 level. And to get to 3,500, you're talking about a 20% increase. So I still think it's going to be more than that. We need this volume to pick up, obviously. RSI looks good as well. So KNC is looking good. Hope that helps, Jimbo. And tail. So we're going to have to go to charts. Oh, tail BTC. Okay, this is on the daily. Oh, not a good chart at all. This is on the hourly. We'll go to look at the weekly and look at the macro view of it. It's not good at all. So we when we previously looked at this, we thought, okay, this could bounce from these levels at 4 Satoshi. We're down another 50% at 2 Satoshi just now. So it doesn't look good at all. There's not even an entry point for this. Just now on the 4 hourly, there's not going to be an entry point. On the 1 hourly, there's not an entry point. It's bounced up. So tail, I'm just going to look at that, see what it's traded on. And I'll look at by reported for Kucoin. So Kucoin does have it. We'll just look at it on Kucoin because you get 10 decimal places for tail, which is a good thing. I actually quite like that. I didn't agree with it at the beginning, but I actually quite like that. So we're at 2.2 Satoshi just now. 2.2, so that's the lowest it's ever been. That's the all-time low. Just look at this on the weekly. What was the all-time high? We're talking closing about 53. So we're at the all-time low just now for Telos. Just now. So not a good entry point, not looking good at all for that, unfortunately. G-Slick. Ren, we'll look at Ren as well. REN, BTC. Wait 1 second. 647. So Ren, where is Ren just now? Possibly not a good entry point just now. Volume picking up, which is good. We've crossed over on the daily, which is good. It could bounce off the 50 EMA. But with Ren, this is kind of frustrating thing about some of them. You can see kind of crosses over here, then kind of comes back down quite quickly again. So basics first. We're going to put in the recent supports. That's kind of recent supports there. We're going back to September. We'll just kind of put that down a wee bit. In fact, no, I'm just going to leave it there. That's been in place for a couple of months. and it's hit that level a couple of times. So that's going to be the support at 416 for REN. Now we've got the crossover there. It could be the fact it's going to bounce off the 50 EMA here. Usually when it's bullish, it bounces off the 7 EMA, which it did all the way up here, and then kind of turn bearish slightly. So then we'll look towards the 50 EMA to see if it's going to bounce off there. If it closes below the 50 EMA, then it could be going for a downward spiral down to the next kind of support level, which would be 416. But at the moment, we're still on the 50 EMA, which is still okay. And we'll look at the 4 hourly and see if that kind of changes things there. So 4 hourly will cross down over the 50 EMA. So for me, if I was looking at this, I'd be saying, okay, it's not the time to get into REN at the moment. We've had a good run up from 442, and we'll just see kind of where that's taken us, about 35% run up. So can expect some kind of pullback, and we've got a pullback there just now. So where are we in the bigger picture? You can see the long-term support there as well, around about the 415 level. But REN, there wouldn't be an entry point just now for REN. But one bullish indicator could be the bounces off the 50 EMA here. That's the kind of bullish signal, but more bearish than bullish, I would say, for REN. Digibyte, have to look at Digibyte. DGB, BTC. It's coming up. We've crossed over the MACD. We've got goodish RSI volume we need to kind of pick up again, but it's kind of been stable since September. The kind of volume starting to pick up a tiny wee bit from here, and we're seeing an upturn here as well on the daily. 4 hourly, we will have crossed over on the 4 hourly, so that's a good indicator, and we've not done that for Digibyte since December, and it kind of slightly went over. So it could be that you're going up for Digibyte, and we could see this level going up to 89 or so from here. Where does that kind of leave us? About 16% rise for Digibyte. But yeah, it looks good for a rise. It looks good for a crossover on the daily as well, which could be a good, another bullish indicator. So more bullish than bearish. So your kind of first level, probably talking about, if we're looking on 4 hour, about 90 for that. I'm going to put in this level here, 69. It's going to be the support level. And then 4 hourly, I'm going to be looking at for the next level. I'd probably say about 85, 90. I'm going to push it up to this level, 88. So say about 90. And that you could go up to, so it's looking good for Digibyte, more bullish than bearish just now. And U-Network, we've kind of looked at that as well. BTC. Okay, on the daily, we're crossing over on the daily, and we'll just do the same here as well. Just always your fundamentals, and the first thing you do is put in your support line, and then put in your resistance areas. There's the next resistance. It's coming up for the next resistance. If it crosses over that, then you've got probably round about, I would say, there. So you're looking at support and resistances here. So it's bounced off this level at 5 Satoshi. It was still at 5 Satoshi, so it's still really low. So we're better looking at Ethereum actually, if we do it that way. Ethereum. So we're still crossing over on the daily. So we're putting the support in and putting the next resistance in. Around about the 265. So we're probably going to break that. Looks as if it's going to break that, and we've got the same going on here as well. So 285. You're looking at the next one. So things to look out for here. that we'll just put this on the daily instead of the hourly. It changes things there. So that was on the hourly I was putting that. It's still probably the same. So things to look out for here, 246 GUI or GUI, it has bounced off, so seeing that kind of support level, it's bounced off that. It looks as if it's going to break through 267, but it's not that much, it's not that kind of high because it's a low Satoshi value one. So we probably have to put these higher, but we've not got a crossover of any kind yet. The last time we had a crossover was 3rd of June 2019. Kind of came all the way down. We've not had a crossover there. We'll be looking for a daily crossover here before we turned extremely bullish on it. But it's just bouncing up a wee bit up from its kind of its lows just now. So yeah, we need to kind of look at that once it kind of starts to move a wee bit more, because it's only moving in tiny bits just now. Okay, new BTC. And we'll see what the Satoshi value is. Oh, we're okay there. And not looking good. Not looking good at the moment. The fact is, with Newton here, we're not looking good because there's no support levels. If you look at this from where it's been, history, there's no historical support levels. So it could be a free fall here, to be honest. I'm not saying it's going to be, but I'm just saying it could be because there's no support levels whatsoever. We did cross over there at the beginning of the year at 22, went up to 31, and we just came down, and we're at 17 just now, and there's no kind of support levels here at the moment. So it definitely wouldn't be an entry if you're holding just now. I'd like to see how much you're holding, how much you're going to possibly lose. It could go down further than that as well, so just be careful if you're holding that G-Slick. Right, James Oklahoma is in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you, buddy. One of our brown admins. Good to see you here. Sorry I didn't get to you sooner there. Couldn't do it. You never shouted it out. Right, was somebody saying I shouted out this? Hopefully that wasn't Komodo thinking that I said it was a scam. I didn't say that at all. Interesting. Relax, mate. Right, Gary Stewart, 2016 2012 halvings both lead to massive price increase. 3rd time's a charm. Hopefully. And this is a run up to the kind of Bitcoin halving in May 2020. That usually kind of increases. We'll just take a quick look at that. 2016, can't remember the dates, but we did get up to kind of levels of about 794. I was saying that might not be much, but we're talking about 200% increases. I should have put the halvings in here. I should have had the dates for that. I can't remember the actual halvings dates. But 2012 and 2016 were the halvings. These kind of vertical lines here are just for the 4-year cycle, the peaks, the 4-year cycle. Chinese New Year dump, January 25th, then long position, not before for me to be sure. Southside player, interesting. Hit likes, guys and girls, Kundalini, thanks very much, mate. London Bobby, morning Steve, how much TRX are you mining with Wink? I probably have mined in total about 250,000. No, sorry, that's not true. My kind of value is about 250,000, just over 250,000 TRX, if I kind of change Wink for TRX. But I'm getting about 300, 400 a day. Just now, did I do it this morning? No, I've done it this morning already. So TRX, we'll just go to the markets. It's now Poloniex, obviously. Just to make sure. So when kind of way down in price, so I'm still holding one $0.05 or $0.05 just now. Yeah, because I've done it this morning. So Wink. So I started about 30 million, but this is, remember when I told you about it, when I changed it from XRP. I have 37,334,000 Wink tokens at the moment. So it could just go to totally zero and I've lost about 17 grand, $17,000, or it could jump back up big time. At the moment it stands at about $3,500 worth. So it came down about 75%, which is just stupid. Remember, that's when it changed and they took it off BTC. They took the BTC pairing off on Binance, and it just dive bombed from there. But I'm still holding this. This is actually a good platform. Wink is a good platform, and I'm still thinking if I hold this for a year or so, it could be up big time for Wink. So I'm getting about 300-400 TRX per day when I'm staking it. Cookie, hi all for my car. Hi to you for your car. I've missed something there. Kundalini, love using Kyber on Ethereum. Excellent. VR. What happened to Insular? Is it a scam? No, I don't think it is. I just think they've kind of misread everything. They've done it totally wrong. They've done it arse for elbow, and they've not listened to kind of what people wanted and what people needed as well. And it's just, hopefully it will come back up for the investors. As I said, that's a very, very small amount. So it's nothing compared to what other people have got in it. But it's a shame if they don't come back from this. I hope they do come back from it. It'd be a shame if they didn't. They've just done it wrong. They've just totally done it wrong. So Project Kyber Network, think I may get in soon. Yeah, KNC does look good. What is the KNC? Just look at the market cap on that, 43 million. Yeah, it's been a lot higher than that, obviously. It's been as high as 755, so $750 million it was before. So we're talking about 20x from here, or about 17x from where it is just now. But yeah, it's going to be a quality one, especially with the DeFi space as well. I think it's going to be a good one. Mac Paulin is in the house. Good morning to you. Good to see you here. And VR, by the way, good to see you back as well. Natasha Sakamoto, good to see you back as well. Anyone shorting BSV, I think it should be, but I'm not, certainly. But I think it'd been a good one to short BSV. Andreas is in the house. Mervyn Skidmore. Everyone, hopefully. Cookie, from my car, right? From your car, sorry. I wonder what you're talking about there. Okay, very quickly, what time we're on? I'll just go over the kind of headlines that I was looking at this morning. Bitcoin price rally to 9k in danger as double top pattern appears. So they're just talking about kind of what we've been speaking about before as well about this. They've got the same kind of lines in here for the descending channel. And hopefully they're saying that it's going to be used up support, so it could bounce off that. We've got the 200-day moving average as well. It's also slightly above the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level at 8,093. So they're talking about kind of going deeper and much into technical analysis. I don't think we have to do that here, but they're saying it's kind of is in danger as a double top pattern appears. So we'll see. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with Bitcoin. But a lot of opinions on it. Who's right? We're going to find out later. But it's kind of 50-50 what's going to happen. Our central bank policy is causing the cryptocurrency pump. Thought this was interesting as well. So one theory put forward by CNBC is that the recent rally in the price of Bitcoin is down to the launch of CME's Bitcoin futures options trading, which opened on Monday. The traditional derivatives trading platform has been growing in popularity for its Bitcoin offerings and could be opening new doors to institutional money. However, for Matti Greenspan, the founder of Quantum Economics, the recent bullish turn is probably more down to a fear that traditional markets are in a precarious place. I kind of tend to agree with that as well, that people are turning to Bitcoin now as a kind of hedge almost as well, like they do with gold. So if that is the case, that is a good thing. We've kind of seen that over the last couple of weeks. That could be a good thing, as well as more people getting into it. So I think there's going to be a double dunked here, whereby it's going to be used as a hedge against kind of something big happening in the financial kind of markets with the stock markets, and I think that's coming very, very soon. There's going to be a big drop. Are they going to go into kind of Bitcoin to hedge? It'd be a good thing if they did. But the more people that do that, the more institutions that do that, and the more people that do that, then the more people are going to get to know about Bitcoin, because they're going to tell everybody, this is what I've done. I've hedged against the stock market crash with Bitcoin, and you're going to see Bitcoin exploding from there. So that's one theory kind of put forward as well. Plan B is talking about altcoin hype. Another theory as to why the cryptocurrency market is on the rise is the sudden growth of a few altcoins that have reinvigorated interest in the space. Both Bitcoin SV and Dash have seen significant spikes in value over the last few days. So we know kind of why Bitcoin SV kind of went up, because Craig kind of wrote the fake Satoshi is saying that he's got addresses. In fact, I'm not even going to talk about it because it's just crazy, just a kind of egotistical person. Judge keeps Ripple in suspense as XRP securities lawsuit continues to loom. So this is why I think XRP has not went up, because of this kind of lawsuit, which is pain in the arse, to be honest. But I don't think we're going to find out for at least a couple of weeks, a couple of months. It could be down the road. So the judge was expected to announce a verdict on the motion after a scheduled court hearing on January 15. It is now clear when Judge Phyllis M.J. Hamilton is going to announce her ruling. Could take days or even weeks for her to bring more clarity to the table in the long-standing legal battle. So I thought this was going to be done and dusted yesterday. Obviously it's not. So we could be seeing a sell-off for XRP here as well. XRP, BTC, no sales down to 2,600. Yeah, it's down to those levels again. So 2,600, we could be going lower for XRP until this ruling comes out. I think it's going to be ruled, it's not going to be a security, it's going to be ruled as a commodity, and then you're going to see a big, I think that'll be the catalyst for it going up, a big rise for XRP when that eventually does come out. So I wonder if Judge Phyllis is buying up XRP as we speak, because she knows the ruling is going to come out that it's not a security. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, but it's a shame. Well, it's not a shame. It's been going on for months and months, but once it does come out, I think you're going to see a big explosion in kind of XRP. But I think a lot of people will be holding off just now, thinking, it could go 50-50. I don't think so. Okay, what else were we looking at? Oh, that's not all the news, is it? No, that's mine. Yeah, 123,447 Bitcoin worth 1.1 billion on the moves. Analyst tracking source of giant BTC transfer. So this is kind of from Whale Alert. According to the blockchain analysis firm Token Analyst, the wallets in question are owned by Hong Kong-based crypto exchange Bitfinex. However, the exchange has not confirmed it is behind the transfer. So this is a big, huge transfer from unknown wallet to unknown wallet. So it's $1 billion worth. Anthony Pompliano, co-founder of the digital asset management firm Morgan Creek Digital, says Bitcoin has proven itself as an extremely reliable way to transfer value without the need for a third party. He cites data from Coinmetrics, which shows the amount of value settled on the Bitcoin network hit $673 billion in 2019. And I think that $1 billion worth was moved for 40, one second. The transaction fee was a meager 500, not 5 Bitcoin, which is a meager 48 cents. So $1 billion being moved for 48 cents. Imagine that. Imagine trying to move that much gold or that much fiat currency, $1 billion worth, which is ridiculous. Something I'm really pissed off just now. I don't know. I'm trying to sort out a pension, and I've got an old pension that I'm kind of trying to transfer over to a SIP, self-invested pension plan, so I can manage it myself and I can buy whatever I want. And because it's worth over £30,000, I have to get somebody to sign for it. So I have to get an FCA advisor, a financial kind of advisor, to look at it and sign it off to say they've given me advice. But for that advice, they're going to charge £1,500 for the advice, and they're going to charge another £800 for the transfer. So they're going to charge about 8% just for me to transfer my money myself that I've kind of gathered in this pension pot. They're going to charge me about £2,500, 8% or so, to transfer it over to a self-invested pension plan, which is ridiculous. And this is why we need a shake-up in the financial industry for things happening like this. You'd get the same at a bank as well if you're trying to take out over £10,000. Certainly in the UK, over a certain amount of money, they're going to ask you why you're doing it. It's just be a case of never bloody mind why. It's my money, I want to take it out. So I understand why there's kind of some regulations in place, but for the likes of this and charging me $2,500 just to kind of move from a pension pot over to a self-invested pension, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, that's my wee rant over. I just found out about that yesterday, that's why I'm kind of talking about it. Urban Skidmore, love it. Traditional markets drop 12% and people jump out the windows. BTC drops 40%. We're like, meh. It is kind of like that, isn't it? It's like, we've been here before. Because we've seen so much happening in the marketplace, because we've been up and then we've been down at the very bottom again and we're starting to pick it back up again. Yeah, we're really hardened and desensitized to what's happening in the markets. Urban Skidmore, you could get Craig Wright bonded courier to move your pension, but yeah. Do you know Monero? TA, you got sidetracked on another coin. I do apologise. Monero. XMR BTC. Right, we'll turn off the VPVR. So Monero down to 739,000 Satoshi just now. You can see it's up and down just now. But what I think is going to happen with Monero, I think we're going to get a kind of big bounce here. For not a big bounce, but a big move for Monero. So we're going to put in your fundamentals here, and we're going to put in the next. We're probably going to surpass that, but I would say we're at that level just now. So that's been the resistance before. We can see here that was previously support, so it's now going to be resistance, even though you've got these two spikes here. So it's kind of bouncing off that. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to bounce off the 70 EMA and kind of break through this 781,000 Satoshi level and then start moving from there. So Monero, the next level we're talking would probably be about 850,000 Satoshi. And then we're looking at probably around about 1 million Satoshi. So that's going to be a big barrier as well. So we've got a couple of barriers to break through. So the first resistance level is hit that first resistance level, has bounced off it, been rejected there just now. But I expect it to bounce off the 70 EMA. If not that, bounce off the 50 EMA up through the 781,000 level and up through kind of up to 850,000 Satoshi level. So yeah, expect a kind of big move coming from Monero quite soon. Here we'll see what happens. We'll see. I think it's up 6% already from where I called it, but it's came back down since then as well. But I do expect it to break through the 781,000 level. When it does that, then it's going to be on the move, and nothing's stopping it to up to 850,000. Sorry about that, Gino. Natasha, your pension horror story, find loophole. There will be a loophole somewhere. There will be a loophole because what they're saying to me with regards to the pension kind of fund is with them kind of Glasgow kind of pension fund. What they're saying is I need to have taken financial advice for it, but I should be able to sign a disclaimer just to say I forgo the kind of financial advice, and I'm just going to do it myself, but there's no liability on anybody for me to transfer it over. I'm willing to pay the £700 to transfer it over, but I'm not willing to pay £1,500 for an analysis. You have to get £1,500 for an analysis to be done. I'm talking really quick here. So that's what I'm not willing, and I'm pissed off about that, to be honest. So, but I will find a way. Monero USD, no, I don't like doing the charts and USD value because it's just based on the Bitcoin price. That's all it's based on. So if we look at XMR USD, it does look much better, I admit. It does look better, but it just looks better because of the Bitcoin price. So I don't see the point in doing that from that point of view. I know what others do that, I just don't understand why, because you've got a double kind of whammy there. You've got the Satoshi value and you've also got the dollar value of Bitcoin. So the dollar value of Bitcoin just proves that the dollar value of Bitcoin is going up if you're seeing the dollar value of Monero. But it doesn't prove that people are buying Monero or selling Monero. It just proves that the Bitcoin price has gone up. But if you look at the Satoshi value, then you know people are buying and selling Monero. That's what it's all about. That's my view on it, but it looks good from the USD point of view as well. It's crossed over on the daily. Again, it's done that a couple of times, so we could be going up to this level about $120, so it could say 100% rise. But we'll have to break through the barriers first. We've broken through one barrier, probably looking at $72, then probably looking at $77, and then we've got a big one at $97. So that'll be a psychological barrier as well once it goes through the $100 level, and then on up to the $120 level. So you get a double kind of cup and handle formation there. X transfer in another product has transit station without those limitations. I'm going to have to find another way. Transfer in another product as transit station without those limitations. It could be that I don't know if I'm allowed to do half. Just transfer over kind of 29,000 because the limit is 30,000. If it's over 30,000, then you have to seek financial advice. But I could possibly transfer some of it. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work, but I will find a way. Do your own self-funded super fund? Yes, and that's kind of what I'm doing just now. Mervyn Skidmore, 31 watching, 14 likes. Press the button. Thanks for that, Mervyn. Really appreciate that. Natasha Sakamoto, Merv, another horror story. Gino, okay, thanks, Steve. I've had 10x long trade on Monero. I think you're going to be okay with that. But just be careful of your kind of exits and your stop losses as well. Where would you put stop losses for Monero? So you're doing it in dollars. So I'd probably put your stop loss. That's way too low. And you've got 10x on it, so you can afford to go down a wee bit. So it's $63 just now. I'd say probably a stop loss of $57, or probably just below that, $56 if you're looking for a stop loss. There. I don't know what your stop, but I would imagine you've got a stop loss in anyway, so just be careful of that as well. Steve, structuring. I don't know what you mean by that. Need to explain that one. Okay, we've gone over time. Put trade in at 54. Oh, brilliant! Put trade in at $54. Excellent. That was a really good move. You've done that. So $54. When did you get in? 54. That tie in quite good then with the 50 EMA. So if it did go down to the 50 EMA, I could bounce from there as well. So that'll tie in quite nicely with that as well. So you're up just now. What you up? Your 10x is up. You're up $10. Just now on that, nearly $10. You have been up $10. 10x that as well. That's good, depending on how much you put in. Yeah, that's a good trade, but I still expect it to go up more. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Sorry for talking so fast as well. When I get excited, I'm trying to get things out. I talk really, really fast, and I get my tongue tied as well. Kind of up in smaller parts. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Natasha Sakamoto. Possibly do that. I don't know if you're allowed to do that with a pension, but I'll look into that as well, see if I can do that. So I'm going to phone up the pension fund as well, just to see. Because I thought, okay, I'll just leave it, because it's a good pension fund actually. I just thought I'll just leave 37,000, but I'm not going to get nowhere near as much when I do retire, or when I can retire at 55. So I thought, no, do you know what? I'm just going to be pissed off with that. That's my money. I should be able to do with it what I want. Okay, thank you very much. Really appreciate your time today, and I will speak to you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, namaste. And the last one out, please hit that like button. Thank you very much. Namaste. Take care. Bye now.